flour and ghee and then other things to make it. And even if they start making it, at that time it would take at least 3 hours, isn't it? By that time they would go home and sleep and eat and sleep. And otherwise they have to transport all things from the city to this desert place. And by instead of transporting all those vessels, they would transport these people to that place. Oh, isn't it? So this who was true? Jesus asked an impossible thing. And the disciples were very realist. Am I right? So Jesus is very unrealistic. Isn't it? The Achans are very realistic. They know how not to do things. Jesus, on the other hand, persuades people, equips people to do what should be done. See, true attitude to a given situation. I told you, Jesus helps you to get into situations and teaches you how to respond to them creatively. Now here, the disciples said how not to do it. Jesus said how to do it. See, there are two ways of looking at the same thing. You really want to do it, there's a way of doing it. See, I consulted a lawyer of mine on an issue that was facing me. And he asked me, Philipose, do you want this to be done or not to be done? I said, no. You tell me what is the real implication. Yes, I can say either how to get it done or not to done. He said, if you want it to be done, I can give you the advice to do it. If you don't want it to be done, I can give you the advice not to do it. So what is basically back at our mind, that is the driving force of your planning. If you don't want to do it, you can spoil it. If you want to do it and sincerely wish it, you can do it. Now, and then Jesus said, all right, doctors have counted this and so much money, so much people, so much time, and all those things. Jesus was not put off by all of those things. See, he listened to it. He didn't sit down and have a committee and then argue point by point. He said, all right, now what shall we do? He said, what do you have? They told what they don't have. They said, we don't have the money, we don't have the chapati, wheat flour, we don't have the vessels, we don't have the oil, we don't have the people to cook. All 17 difficulties. Jesus said, that's all right. You must learn how to overcome difficulties, how to solve problems. Some of you are married, isn't it? I don't know, you don't know. You know, as you marry and live, you will every day face problems. Don't you? Now, you can face it twice. Oh, this man, impossible to live. Or this woman. Oh, God. I told at a meeting that the woman is the God's wedding gift to a man. See? Your wife is God's wedding gift to you. Do you agree? After the meeting, a man came to me and said, Thirumeni, it was very good, I liked it, but I have a simple question. I said, what's it? Well, there well, why on earth did God decide to give this woman? Now I have my own answer, but I told him the answer. Now what I'm trying to say is, and therefore, but you are now finding it very difficult to live together. And then you say, go to the cook, or go after another woman to repeat the same point. No. How could we live together? That is the creative, positive approach to problems before. You cannot run away from problems. If you run away from one problem to another problem. And if you don't know the art of solving problems, these problems will kill you. But if you have learned the art, then you will overcome. Right. See, it's not a question of feeding 5,000. It's a question of living, learning to live the life. You understand? You always say, feeding the 5,000, you said, I like it best because lot of food. It's not a question of food. It's a question of living. And he said, all right, bring it to me. That 5 loaves. And Peter was a very smart guy. Isn't it? See, I think the ministry of Jesus would not have been as successful as it was, but without Peter. He delighted to land himself and his master in all sorts of difficulties. And therefore the master was able to bring out the best in the master. Now, Peter said, there's a boy here. We have looked for everybody, we have searched everybody. There's one boy. He has 5 loaves and 2 fish. What is it for these 5,000 people? What's the use of these 5 loaves? Then Jesus said, bring. He said, what's the earthly use it of 5 loaves and 2 fish to a crowd of 50,000 people? That it will cause understanding. Nobody will get even a morsel of food. Isn't it? It will only cause a stampede and destroy that. Perhaps that was the idea of Jesus. That as a result of the stampede, the 5,000 will come down to 5 people. The other 4 will die. And then you see the 5 we can distribute. Isn't it? All right, Jesus had asked the people to sit down. Peter, he was always very smart, was not so very smart as to ask them to sit down. If he asked them to sit down, and if he doesn't give them food, what would happen? If Kunu Sachin will have to conduct his burial service. Isn't it? So what did they do? They didn't know what to do. Anyhow, he said, I obey my mom. Sit down, sit down. It's not like the present. When they were asked to sit down, they sat. But your action will have to try 4 times to make you sit down. Suddenly they sat down. And you must look at that. There were enough food. I mean, he was going to multiply them like 12 baskets left, isn't it? And then he said, sit by rows of 50 each. Why? Leave it for 5 or 6 stations you collect, because it's more than enough for all people. He is going to multiply in such a way. Then why did you have all these rows and arrangements are all unnecessary things? What is the purpose of doing it? What would you say? Should he have done all that? And then he said, rows of 50, if it is 51, what will happen? You see these rows, that's all. Why Why should it all be in rows? You know, everything has to be done according to certain rules and regulations. Discipline in life is absolutely essential in all circumstances of life. You know the lessons that he has imparted through this miracle. It's not a question of feeding 5,000. It is again, as I told you earlier, teaching people to live in the world. And he took it in this hand. Very interesting, you must imagine. Very interesting. You know, he took 5 loaves in his hand. Baskets are ready right down below. And what did he do? He held the loaves and it drops down. You know that? He holds the food in his hand and chapati in his hand, and then if he lets it go, what happens? Falls down. It falls down into the basket. And when the basket is full, another basket is full. It goes on, never stops. Always 5 loaves. Never does it become 6. It always is 5 loaves. And these broken pieces fall down continually as you open your tap. Sometimes in Kerala, when you open the tap, but people don't like that. You know, like it goes on, everybody could see, they go and distribute it, everybody. And the boy, you know, that boy, did he eat that share that food? Was food served to that boy? How many chapatis he ate? You tell me. How many chapatis that boy ate? 5.5. How many did you bring? 5. So was he gain? Did he gain or lose? Gain. And every Achapunu Sajan will say, look at this example, he gave 5 loaves, all that he had, but he gained 5.5 loaves. You never lose with God. God doesn't want to be your debtor. If you offer him something, he offers you something more. You know the Marthoma Church? You know? So why don't you say something? You know the Marthoma Church? Yes. See, they have now a retired bishop. I know him personally. He offered his life to God as a missionary soon after he graduated. And God said, all right, I accept you. Nobody else would accept him, but God said, I will accept you. And he served. And now he is 90 years old. You understand? And he is now on a visit to America. And the good Lord is guiding him all these years. He offered one life to God. God offered him a life which very few people have got. They say that there is no bishop who has been an active bishop for 90, more than 50 years. He's not a very brilliant person, but an ordinary man. But God has blessed in such a way, he has become one of the reputed bishops of Kerala. So if you offer something to God, God will reward you abundantly. God doesn't want to be indebted to anybody. And he is quite prepared to reward you manifold. And then everybody ate, isn't it? And in the end, what did he say? Gather together the crumbs. Why did they do that? After all, you see, if Jesus wrote it, they should have taken one bread, one piece, put it in their pocket. He could multiply it, can't he? Why should they take all these crumbs together, 12 baskets full, why should they carry? Was it right on the part of Jesus Christ to ask them to gather and then carry it on their head? And even if Jesus said that, should they have done it? Because Jesus has the power, the capacity to multiply this bread, isn't it? So he put one piece, give it here. Isn't it? But why did they carry? Why did Jesus ask them to carry? You tell me. Now I understand why the secret of your size. All of the people have no wastage. And so consume everything that is there. And what is happening now? So if they followed that instruction, they would have been like you. Now, why did Jesus ask the disciples to collect all these fragments? You should have asked Guru such and I said, why was he like that? It is very unnecessary on the part of Jesus Christ to ask disciples to carry all these loaves. Then he had the power to multiply bread. Isn't it? Do you agree with me? You agree? He said, you were very badly in need of bread at one time. You wish you had some 5,000 bread. Now you have in abundance. You have 6,000 now left over. What you wanted, what you were very badly wanted at one time, when you get it in abundance, don't hold it on. This is the bread which God has blessed. And the blessed one, don't spoil it on the desert. Two things I want to say. One, what you wished for very badly in one time in your life, don't disregard it and throw it away at another time. When you were sick, when your son was seriously ill, you prayed to God very hard. God, have mercy on me. Nobody else can save me. Only you can. Now God saved him wonderfully. Now you don't pray at all. Right? Is it fair? See, you thought even if we get 5,000 bread, it is all right. Now he has given you 25,000. And now you see you throw the bread off. What God has blessed and given to you, your life, you go and look at your mirror and watch for 2 minutes. You can see a wonderful person in that mirror. Isn't it? This is God's gift and God's work in you and through. Don't throw it off. This is God has created. God has nurtured. God has protected it. God has sustained it. Throw it, don't throw it to the people who don't regard God at all. And now you have been in many ways blessed. God has given you many blessings which you never thought you will get. Now as a result of that, what is happening? You have thrown God away. God has blessed you. You have thrown God away. Secondly, this is a life which has been blessed by God. You know, when you were children, you were baptized in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. You are consecrated people, not ordinary people. You know, when you come to your church, you throw off your shoes. You say, this is a holy place. My shoes have been used at very many other places. And do you realize your life is something very precious and holy to God? Jesus, God has sent His only begotten Son to die for you, that you must not be lost in sin, but must go to heaven. That life, don't play with it. Keep it precious. That's what I see, He said, gather up. To make this life as precious as God regards it. And this is why the church is for. The church is to help you, to keep you holy as God has made it holy. God in Jesus Christ has made this life very holy, one for which He sacrificed His Son. See, there was a moment in the life of God the Father when the Son said, Father, no, I can't bear this. This is the result of sin. This, that I don't want to be associated. I shall do anything for anybody and what you want. Not sin, please, please. And as he said this, you know, his heart, veins burst. Water came out as sweat, blood came out as sweat. Jesus said, my dear son, yes, my heart also believes. But if your heart doesn't break, the heart of these my children will break. So my simple question as I close is, does love you or Jesus Christ more? You tell me. Does God love you or Jesus Christ more? He had an occasion, and he was faced with an occasion to choose between Jesus and me. Jesus said, I choose Philipose, not Jesus. I want Philipose to live, and if necessary, you must die for him. And Jesus said, my dear Father, if you love him so much, I love him so much. Now, I am a dear child of God, and therefore I am very dear to Jesus Christ. And this is the great gospel. Because you are dear to God, you are dear to Jesus Christ. And because you are dear to God and Jesus Christ, the whole heaven is for you. That is the message of feeding the 5,000. There is nothing in the world that God cares and loves more than you. So tonight, when you get back, have your bath and everything, and then go straight to a mirror. Look at you in the mirror. Look at you for 1 minute, and then say, dear Father, what a wretched person I am. You know my history. You know what I did in the past and how I behaved. Now, Lord, you love me more than Jesus Christ, the precious name on earth. And I thank you. I surrender you. Hold my hand. Lead me